Right. So, hey, look at that. There's video recording and everything. Wow, that's weird because there you are, but also there you are. Right. Should we explain to people again what it is that we're doing?
Um, sure. What are we doing?
Mary Kiss or Miss.
Oh, right. MFK,
Right.
which I never get sick of,
Yeah.
ever. Yes. So, yes, Marry, Kiss, or Miss. Basically, you select three people of any grouping, and then the other person has to choose one of them to marry. So it's a long-term thing.
That's
Kiss,
the M.
the M, yeah. Kiss, that's the F. That's the sort of short-term fling, one-off maybe, and then miss, which is the K,
Right.
is just miss it entirely.
I never realized that the F stands for fling. All right. So you
Yeah, me
said,
too.
yeah. So you said you choose three people, but based
Yeah.
on, and this came to me in like about 10 seconds, basically based on your shirt.
Right.
So your three choices for MFK, Marry, Kiss, or Miss this week are
Right.
Godzilla,
Yeah.
Mothra, and Kong. So one of
Right.
them you have to marry. One of them you're spending, for as long as before they eat you.
Right.
One of them you're just having a fling, as you say,
Right.
and one you'll never see. One you'll never even. I don't know if you know that they exist. Maybe you have to know that they exist. Maybe you have to know that you chose poorly. Maybe when
Yeah.
Godzilla is all like walking around saving cities, and you're still
Yeah.
living on some island with Kong, you're like, I chose poorly, or whatever you're going to choose. So that's your. So those are your choices: Godzilla, Mothra, Kong, Marry, Kiss, or Miss.
Okay. Well, first of all, I hate this choice because everybody knows that Mothra and Godzilla are like soulmates. So regardless of what happens, I'm like coming in between their love, which makes me upset. But I actually think this is a pretty easy one. So I would say, yeah,
Okay.
uh, yeah. So I would say marry Mothra because she's all like nurturing and beautiful and just elegant and would do well, I feel, at like a dinner party or a gala.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mothra is that's an easy one for me. That one. I would absolutely kiss Godzilla because I think he knows how to have a good time. I also think he's kind of dumb. I don't know that we'd connect intellectually
Okay.
on that level that's like important to me. But like he's pretty neat. He's definitely got energy.
That literally have energy. It's like bubbling up inside him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, right. Yeah, exactly. And then I'd have to miss Kong. It's the upkeep really on the hair
Okay.
is problematic for me. I feel like I just don't think it would work.
All right. That is not my list. But the problem is I don't know what my list is exactly. See, first of all,
Okay.
I was under the impression that Godzilla was a female. You keep saying he.
What?
I think Godzilla
Godzilla's
is a she.
absolutely a boy.
I don't know
Oh
why. I
dear.
don't know why you're saying that because in the cartoon that I watched when I was a kid, there was Godzilla and
Yeah.
baby gods or baby gads or whatever it was called. I didn't assume that that was father and son. I assumed that that was mother and child. So I
Okay,
don't know.
well,
Not that that changes it much, but
I was gonna say maybe what we're looking at is sort of a gender fluidity amongst kaiju.
kaiju. Yeah, well, it's certainly possible. Yeah, like
So, and I think if you make a connection with somebody, then that's really the important thing. So I'm willing to, go with whatever.
all right, you'll swing with that. That's fine. Cool.
Yeah,
Whatever. It's one
yeah,
night for you and Godzilla anyway. So
right.
wow, that was weird. Yeah, that time I experimented in college. Oh yeah, hold my beer. That time I experimented on the Pacific Rim, if you know what I mean. It's not. That's not what I meant at all. Um,
Like,
all right.
yeah.
So I think I have to give Mothra a miss, and everything that you're saying about Mothra is true. My problem is I have a real thing about bugs. I don't
I
I
was gonna
don't
say,
think
is it the dust?
No, although that's good. I like
You know
that.
what Mothra like?
Yeah, right. No,
Lost everywhere.
it's the whole like I can look at a lizard and sort of feel like I'm seeing some kind of understanding or something. I can look at a lizard and sort of feel like there's some understanding or at least some possibility of understanding. And of course, Kong, you totally have that because we're like what 3 chromosomes away from being a chimpanzee, and then I guess 5 from being a giant ape. Roaming around
Right.
on Forbidden Island or Skull Island or wherever it is. I look at bugs and I feel no sense of like understanding or kinship or connection or anything. Even though, fun scientific fact, we're only 6 chromosomes away from a moth. I don't know if that's true. I kind of doubt it. I doubt that that's true.
I think it's a tricky business if you start getting into how many chromosomes you are away from
No, my point.
various beings in order to judge whether there would be a good match.
Well, my point is, I look at a bug and I see nothing but it's a bug. So I don't think I would ever get over that part with Mothra. Even if we settled down for a while, I think one day I would just look over and go, because it's a bug. I think really all it comes down to for me is like what I grew up with. One of my earliest memories, one of my earliest movie memories, is going to see King Kong, the 1976, I think it was, with Jessica Lange, Charles Grodin, Jeff Bridges, and the World Trade Center. They hadn't even finished building the World Trade Center, but Kong sort of saw that as like worked with Skull Island as far as he was concerned. Like there was something that was where he grew up that looked similar to the World Trade Center as it was still being built at the time. There's always been a thing in my heart for Kong. So I think I'd probably marry Kong, and like you, I'd have fun with Godzilla for one night. And he's big. You can take it. Maybe both of us. We know I'm not saying, but I mean I'll give you your own night if you want. That's fine. But yeah.
That actually works out nicely because then Godzilla is like off to be free with Mothra because I really do think
Right.
they're made for each other.
Yeah, just don't tell
They're only
her.
2 chromosomes away from each other. You see?
Oh, is that right? Oh, that's cool. That's pretty
I don't
neat.
know.
Yeah.
Good.
You know what I want to see based on this conversation? A series of movie posters that very obviously have like romantic people in it, but replace one with Mothra and the other one with Godzilla.